Oh yeah, and I also wanted to come back and touch on forgiveness as well because forgiveness is very very important to and this video will help people too. Um, Forgiveness is very very important to a situation like this. This is basically, you can count this as a part two of the last video. The last video was obviously just me kind of opening up and sharing kind of how I feel currently about the situation. Um, but this is like a part two, which is just as like legit. I mean, I don't come on here to just blow steam. I mean, it is. I mean, sometimes I do. I mean, sometimes I just get bored and you know ramble or bamble or whatever you want to call it. But even those videos, I mean, really, I don't really upload those videos. Maybe like one or two, I don't know, whatever. But this one here is just to simply say that these, like I said before, I made a video like this earlier, yesterday or whatever. I don't even know if it's technically Sunday yet, but whatever. Earlier in Saturday, this was like an afternoon or something. Go check it out. There's a video on how we need to forgive these people. And God will help you do that. Um, you know, I'm in the midst of forgiving now. I really, really am. And I give God all the glory for that. Um, but I don't know. I just wanted to say that we need to forgive these people because that's what needs to be done. Because at the end of the day, they are people, and of course they've done, people like just people like this, I mean, they're hurt people, I mean, people just, don't do this stuff unless, I mean, whatever. I mean, obviously you know, I guess we all have baggage. I mean, I'm not making excuses for these people at all, but it's just like, I mean, the world is full of people that's going around hurting one another. Like, really, like, somebody has to draw the line and just say, okay, man, like, enough is enough. I'm just going to not go, I'm not going to let this person's behavior affect me enough to where I go hurt somebody else. And it's just like a vicious chain reaction. Like, the world has enough hurt and hate. Eventually, somebody's got to draw the line, and just no matter how hard it is and no matter how long it takes, just seek God and forgive, you know? Like, you just got to just bust that cycle, that just chain reaction of just like, that the viciousness that this world has to offer, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. Unfortunately, it happened to me. I was a punching bag for this woman. I don't know, like I said before, I treated this woman like a pot of gold. You find something wrong I did to her, I'd never hurt my daughter, I mean, really. But it is what it is. I mean, I'm not sitting here ranting and raving. God's got a plan, and it'll work out the way He intends it to, and that's all I ask. That He get glory out of the situation. But at the end of the day, I mean, this, I'm not gonna sit here and, you know, let somebody, the puke that they want to spew on me. I'm not gonna sit there and go off and hurt somebody else, because obviously that's what she did. Somebody hurt her, and so, or whatever. I don't even know. I really don't. Um, I mean, I have some theories on the situation, but that's personal. I'm not gonna ever sit there and put that on YouTube, going based off of when I first met her. I I have some theories. You know, really I do. But I'm not gonna share those because that's talking about somebody else, and I'm not gonna do that. I don't get into all that gossiping stuff, man. I'll talk about me all day long, but when it comes to somebody else, I ain't doing that. Um, but you know, um, yeah, what was I saying, man? It's just like, whoa, dude, I hit a brick wall all the time when I come on here. Especially at like nighttime, I'm just so tired. Yeah, forgiveness. Just people just like like to spew. You just gotta draw the line and just make the world a better place, man. I guess it is what it is. And it's hard at times because but it's not about being a good person. It's not about being. It's just about saying, hey, man. I mean, really, look. I mean, you look at it out there in the world is just it's just it's a dumpster fire, man. So I mean, where do you draw the line? You have to start with you, you know. Um, just start with you and have God help you out, man. Just start with you. I mean, you can't look at somebody else and say, you know, do your part until you're doing your part. I can't look at you and say do your part until I'm doing my part. And when somebody dumps on you, you're left with that challenge. It doesn't matter if you deserved it or not. It doesn't matter if I deserved it or not. At the end of the day, if it's really, parental alienation or anything else, not just that, but anything else, if you're a victim of something, no matter what it is, you're still left with the garbage. Kind of like the analogy I used before. I mean, I'm 36. Obviously, I don't have house parties, but I'm not gonna act like I've never been to one when I was younger. Um, it's kind of like it's kind of like a bunch of people coming up in your house and then just partying and then leaving. Well, they left a lot of garbage on the floor. What are you going to do? Just sit there and just pout and cry and not pick it up and say, well, whatever, or are you going to eventually, like, maybe clench your fist for a couple of minutes and be like, are you serious? I let all these people in here and they just trash my place. Well, eventually you got to walk around and pick up the trash. It's not your trash, it's other people's trash, but what are you going to do? That's what people do. They come in, they puke all over you, and then they walk away. It's just the way of the world. I'm not saying everybody's like that, but a lot of people are, and you can't really expect an apology from these people. 90-something% of the time, you just can't do it. You won't get one. So you just gotta really work through it with God, and put your faith in that finished work, and that'll get you through. So I just wanted to drop that video, and all right, good night.